All right. Testing something out. Whoo. How are you guys doing? I'm going to do something different. I literally just came in, finished some 150s. So I had to catch up on the 100, just like the rest of you guys did. I think World Athletics is playing something right now, so excuse me if I sound a little bit out of breath. We're going to do a 5-minute pause. I'm going to play some music in the background first. I want to make sure that the audio is coming through. Let me see if I can hear myself. Yep, so I'm going to play this, and I will be back in just a second.
Friend of the people. I mean, I fight evil. I mean, come on, man. The fuck for the fans here, Jack. Yeah, I think I'm Malcolm X, Martin Luther, Ada King, Ada Junior, some Bible verses, couple sooner, and AK-47, that's a revolution. Think I'm Tupac, Bob Marley, Fela Kuti, Marcus Garvey, them the real ones. Lot of fun. Let you know that I'm riding for 'em. Gon' give me some, a little more beat. Call your friends around, then call the police. I'm riding with my flow, we take up 4 seats. So I'm gon' ghost ride, but with no sheets. One man by myself, even then I'm 4 deep. Like hotel swimming pools, that's 4 feet. These niggas like the rooms, so sweet. Priceline, so cheap. I'm a cell phone, they some room keys. I'm some shell toes, they the shoestrings. I turn them off, I take them out. I'm Reverend Run with the laces out. My Adidas, so adios. All day I dream like I'm comatose, that your ship's sinking and I'm so afloat. I'm T-Pain, I'm on a boat, not the slave one, the Caprio's either. Here the waves come, they started in the bleachers, so I'm swag surfing, the pool's getting deeper. You still sweet though, here come them room keepers. Okay, I be the strings, you be the shoes, but guess what? Now they Jimmy Choos. I wear the pants, you in the pools. Your shit meows, my shit ow. I got a 5th flow, call me brother man. Africa the set, yeah, that's the motherland. For that BP, I shed 50 tears in Nigeria. That oil been spilling for like 50 years. 50 years, hell no, hell yeah. I'm trying to tell y'all, at this rate, niggas gon' lose. Can't search for water or grow your own food. Tell me what's gon' happen when them stores close. And they ain't gon' open up no more. That's the realest shit, yeah, you gon' feel that. Hunger's your enemy, but you can't kill that. Nigga, wake up, don't join the army. Kill your own peoples, but fear Illuminatis. And they ain't even real, or are they? But you wouldn't even know, because you partake too fucking much. If you start to doubt, they already in your mind and coming out your mouth. It's not a trick, nigga, it's a trap. Survival of the fit is what they aiming at, and niggas ain't fit. Nope. Fat as hell, fat in mind, body fat as well. Who use most of drugs? Americans. What's in Afghanistan? Heroin. You think that's by mistake? They can't stop that. Don't think you safe though, because you not black. Greed is colorblind, so I'm colorblind. They gon' fuck with yours soon as they done with mine. They say I try too hard, versus overwhelmed. I learned most of this from niggas sitting in jail. Where you think I'm from? From the streets, nigga. Triple OGs told me to teach, nigga. And that ain't made up, nope, that's a fact. They say that gangsta shit is the shit I rap. Look who I attract, look at my inner circle. Bunch of street niggas and a couple Urkels. Look at my fan base, oh yes, fuck what pros say. Look at this protest. Where they do that at? Who they do that for? Must mean I'm doing bad and things is moving slow. You talking revolution on public radio. You catch me down in Houston, sitting on them 84s. Trey, what's up? ABN, got your back, nigga. Sink or swim, free chilly chill. Shake off your masters. Pray to God, build your mind faster. I think I'm Malcolm X, Martin Luther, Ada King, Ada Jr. Couple Bible verses, hustle sooners. AK-47, that's a revolution. I think I'm Tupac, Bob Marley, Fela Kuti, Marcus Garvey. Them the real ones, light of fun. You ain't know, I'm riding for F&F.
All right. Okay, I am back. Trying something a little bit different. I had to get this sweat off of my body. My voice is still out. Like I said, I barely just cooled down. I didn't even really cool down all the way. I just finished the 150s. I had to catch up to the 100s. I didn't watch them because I was trying to focus on those 150s. Kicked my ass trying to multitask. I will not do that again. So I actually did an extra one. I don't know if that really helped me, but yeah, giving myself 90 seconds or less rest, doing some almost full out 150s. I mean, given what I can do, that is not good. So I understand that the champs is going on in Jamaica, so we're gonna have maybe some lower participation this week. I said I would cover that. I did not realize it would come up that quickly. I don't think I'm gonna actually be able to cover it while it's going on live. I really just got to focus on my NFT, so I apologize for that. But going forward, I think going forward, I'm gonna try to cover that. I want to be able to do USATF Junior Olympics and the champs. It's always been interesting to me that Jamaica's championships occurred so early when the USA is a lot later. But temperature difference, it makes sense. So anyway, let's go over today. We had the USATF Bermuda Games. You are watching Head and Shoulders ATR, where we cover athletes, performances, and otherwise that are head and shoulders above the rest. And of course, what is this? Stacey Ann Williams. Oh, I got her on here. Man, I have not updated this. What is going on here? Okay, yep. Okay. This is my old settings on this OBS. So I got a whole bunch of stuff going crazy today. So I'm going to get straight into it. Shout out to everybody that's out right now. I appreciate everybody here. Understand if the music ain't to everybody's liking, but oh well as it is. So first off, look, women's triple jump right here. We had Shanika Ricketts. She came through. She represented Jamaica. She came through with the win on her third attempt at their 14.15 meters. Obviously, that's a long shot from Rojas, but hey, this is a Continental Tour Gold. So I think first place, well, I think it depends. Based on the silver division, I believe first place, anybody correct me if I'm wrong, I think they get $8,000 US or somewhere around there. No, that might be Diamond League. So somewhere between 6 and 8,000 just to get a win. Then it might depend on each meet, but to my understanding, the average is around $6,000 to $8,000. And whatever the local tax is in the area. So this is really good. She got some money in her pocket. Naomi Metzger, I actually don't even know who that is. Gotta be honest. She got second for Great Britain. Michelle Folcom, I don't know who that is either, but I know who Kiana Davis is. That's your 1, 2, 3, 4. Women's high jump. Let's go straight over to that. Rachel McCoy for the USA. Now this appeared to be, it looked like a three-way tie. Let me look at how they determined this one here. Okay, they did order the position correctly. The high jump, I was kind of vaguely in and out of that one, so I had to go here on that, but I got some commentary on the other events. McCoy, she wound up winning. She had the least faults. They all got out at 1.84 meters, which is 6 feet, half an inch. So Anna Smith or Amina Smith, Anika McPherson, that's your 1, 2, 3, all USA. Kimberly Williamson. She was actually struggling a little bit earlier than I thought she would, but as it says here, that's her season's best. So I think she struggled a little bit more than I would have liked to see her at these heights, but she got fourth for the USA. Women's 100 hurdles. Now, this was an easy one. This was an easy one for Jasmine Camacho-Quinn. World leading mark, 12.67. They were against, look at the headwind. Negative 2.5 meters per second headwind. All right. Negative 2. I got to zoom in on this. Let me see. Let me make sure I'm here. Negative 2.5. Do I got this even right? It's going to be hard to do this. I don't know why this screen is like this, but look at this. Negative 2.5. Uh-oh, you see my phantom wallet up there. Meter per second headwind right here. That is a lot, and she still ran 12.67. She is ready and in shape to kick some tail in his 100-meter hurdles. I don't see, what's her name? Harrison. Kenny Harrison is going to have a task ahead of her in Jasmine Camacho-Quinn. She's going from strength to strength, winning the Olympics last year, and she's already looking good right now after coming off of last week's 200. Obviously, today she didn't get the win, but there you go. Chanel Brissett of the USA. Christina Clemens, that's your 2-3. Ebony Morrison of Liberia. Okay, Gabby Cunningham. I think she could have done a lot better instead of the 6th place finisher here. Even if we disregard the times for everybody else other than Camacho-Quinn, if we just say, hey, everybody else is human, she's kind of doing the same thing that what's his name is doing on the men's side for the 110-meter hurdles. She's over here just chopping them up, chomp, chomp. All right, Camacho-Quinn, nothing to say there, but this was an easy one for her. Obviously, she's going to try to do the best she can, but, what else can you say there? Let me shrink this back down so we can, let's put this back in its proper place. E-Dub said Kenny looks good too, though. See, what I would say, and I just found out you guys are 20 seconds behind me. Oh, my goodness. Saluda, man. So, yes, Kenny Harrison does look good, but Camacho-Quinn looks like she's on another level. That's the whole thing. Even though Kenny Harrison is technically PR to PR faster, when they line up next to each other, Kenny Harrison isn't able to beat her. That's just the fact so far. She's not able to beat her in the head-to-heads when they're lining up. So, and then, of course, it came to the Olympics. Fair enough, Kenny Harrison didn't trip this time around. Camacho-Quinn didn't mess up and trip this time around. So both of them actually finished through, and they got 1 and 2. It was close. But Camacho-Quinn, in my opinion, right now, looks like she's on a whole other level. Just monstrously looking like that, especially with this headwind. And today was crazy. Texas Relays had a whole tailwind, like wind tunnel. Now you got the wind tunnel in the opposite direction. And fun fact, I think World Athletics is currently live streaming this delayed. So the whole meet finished. Then they started at 3:30 local time, Central Time here. So it probably has something to do with Jamaica champs. I don't know. Maybe it is. So let's see. But yeah, here's the men's triple jump. Let's move on to that. Shout out to you, E-Dub, and everybody else is out here. Smash that like button. Don't forget to click the share. And once again, I want to take a real quick moment to just mention this. I know I mentioned it the other day. Nope, that's Brianna Williams' Twitter page. Don't forget, Bianca Knight was looking for Jamaican high schoolers to come out to this. So if you guys know some family members or anything, or a way to put out to her, just go tweet her on her Twitter page, at Bianca Knight's Twitter page. This is her meet. It's mmOC.events. And then this is the 2nd annual Mississippi Meet of Champions. It's a high school meet. She's looking for people to come there to announce. If y'all want to practice y'all announcing skills online, or you want to get some Jamaican athletes to come and compete in the USA, then here you go, because she wants to throw a fantastic meet. Obviously, there were some people responding saying, hey, it may not be a good month for Jamaican high schoolers because the champs are in April, blah, blah, all that stuff and other things. But hey, if you know some other ones that might not be at the champs or something like that, always a good chance to get them out. She's looking for him. E-Dub said, Quinn looks great, don't get me wrong, but it's still fairly early before Oregon. True, true, true. That is very, very true. Very true. Okay. In the men's triple jump, here we go. It went like this. This was a very close one. It was a nail-biting one between Chris Bernard and Jordan Scott, USA and Jamaica, or at least close to me. I think that's close enough, being about I guess almost a foot. But when you put it in a meters perspective, 6.57 and 6.37, and especially because Jordan Scott took the lead in the beginning on his first jump, 16.37. And then it was on the third jump, Chris Bernard took that, and it was just 16.38. And it's like, all right, here's a match. Here's a match. And it didn't work out like that. But that's where field events are my favorite events to watch. Specifically, pole vault in this order. Pole vault, triple jump, long jump. Those are my favorite events. Then it goes high jump and everything else. I don't care for the relays like that as much. Relays are the next ones and everything, 1500 and stuff. But field events, my favorite ones. I would do that if I were ever to give up distance running. And then we got Kawan Comer of the Bahamas. I'm actually not familiar with this gentleman right here. I gotta say, I am not familiar with him. I'm familiar with the other two guys, but I'm not familiar with him. And then Nye Parent Chief of Bermuda, your local athlete. He got fourth. And then me didn't even start. But yeah, this was a close one. If you guys get to see that, that is a very entertaining thing. NBC is playing in the USA. Jamaica has its own channels and everything. World Athletics, like I said, I think they're live streaming it right now. You probably got to put a VPN, Nigeria or something. I don't know. You got to figure it out. I'm not endorsing that, by the way, before they come after me and try to hit me with something. So the men's 110 meter hurdles. Now, I wouldn't say that there were extremely big names in this, and you could tell because of the times here, as well as not even just the times. Well, you know what? I can't say it wasn't big names, but Grant Holloway didn't show up. And we already know what would have happened if Grant Holloway showed up. It would have been chomp, and they would have been ate up. It's just no question. It's Camacho-Quinn and Holloway. I'm thinking of Holiday from the 100, I think. But yeah, so leaving it to that, this was Shane Brathwaite from Barbados and Michael Dixon. Now, I think leaving Holloway out of this, and as you can see, he didn't start right here. I actually would have thought that Dixon or Rodriguez, man, I'm struggling to speak right now. My throat is killing me dry from these 150s, so excuse me about that. But Dixon and Rodriguez, I thought they would have been the two going head to head on this, but Shane actually surprised me on this one. But like I said, it's not the biggest names. E-Dub said Grant bailing out was a puck move, but I get it. Wins were crazy. Hey, you know what? Even though this is about 20 seconds delayed by the time you hear this, look, I'm going to say I understand that if the winds are crazy like that, you got your steps that you're counting and you're going on a certain speed and you don't want your rhythm thrown off. And he might just be one of those rhythm runners where the one thing that messes him up, think about it. He choked at the Olympics and he said the pressure got to him. If one thing is off with him, and obviously the Olympics, you can't avoid that. So he will have to run that anyway. He's going to have to get over it. But any other meet, he's probably just trying to avoid getting any of his pattern and his rhythm thrown off. And really, I don't blame him. Like you say, I don't blame him. Like, I don't blame him at all. All right? I don't blame him at all. So, but yeah, this was just fair. Negative 3.8 meters per second. Like I said, this was the opposite of Texas relays. This was in the opposite direction. So Gabby Thomas made it through to the next round. These are the rounds right here, who your qualifiers were. and who made it automatically on time and everything. Gabby Thomas was the fastest qualifier. Actually surprised me just slightly, because I would have thought Javian Oliver or something like that would have came up. I didn't expect much from Natasha Morrison, to be honest, not this early in the season. She usually shows up later because she's in that same camp at MVP and everything. So, you know, hiding all the athletes or however that works. Morrison, she would pop up later. Shashley Forbes, I'm actually would have liked to see her go faster in the prelims, but hey, you know what? First round. Kunnison, Oliver, Daniels, I guess after Thomas got that, you know, that's fair. I mean, it was kind of a toss-up here. And then somebody mentioned Tamari Davis. They was like, where's she at? I was like, well, I guess she didn't make it through to the next round. And that's unfortunate. And then Michelle Lee I would have liked to see her start this race. But here we go. Here's the men's 100 making it through to the next round. Noah Lyles. He's trying to put his hat in there. Like he said, there's the money. Excuse me. Oh, my goodness. There's the money. That's right there. So he's going after that money. He's got to get faster in some ways. And that's going to help him. This win was atrocious. Negative 4.5 meters per second. Negative 5.9 meters per second. Man, Arian Knighton coming out. Man, this young cat right here, he's about to really do some stuff. If he can stay healthy, this is going to be interesting. Especially in that 200. This is going to be very, very interesting. I think people are forgetting about him. It's going to wind up like Brianna Williams, where people are underestimating Williams, not realizing these are some young people coming out, and they just happen to be coming out with other greats that are coming out. Not every time are you going to be able to be like a Allison Felix, where she came out and she was a teenager and she got a silver medal at the Olympics, right, in an individual event, right? And then I think she won the world championships right after that, the year after. So, I mean, you're not going to have that type of talent versus the other people all the time, but you can still have standout people. And then Mike Rogers barely squeaking himself through, man. Mike Rogers, I got him as friends on Facebook. I got to send him a message. If you watch this, Mike Rogers, can you come on this platform? I'm not really good at reaching out to people at all, like some other people that be getting all of these guys on their channel. I'm not at all. But if you watching it, bring yourself on here. Aaron Brown looking decent. So let's go over here. Let me read the comment before I move on to this. Let me keep this here. They said, E-Dub said, yeah, I was expecting Oliver to win it, actually. But can't count out Daniels. Gabby looked great as well. She picked up some more muscle. Yeah, Gabby Thomas, she's actually, I guess after she's gotten over that injury, she really has been hitting the weights. And this might be like the Usain Bolt, Tyson Gay. Remember in 2008, and look back at 2007, to be fair. But it's like in 1 year, both of them, everybody bulked up for 2009. Everybody bulked up. Look at 2008, and then look at everybody, except for Asafa Powell, I think. Because he's always been like kind of bulky. But look at how defined everybody's muscles were. Beijing to Berlin, it was like, wait a minute, everybody just like bulked up or something. Like, so I think that's what Gabby Thomas is going through. She's going through her phase. She's more injury free. She's coming out. She might bulk up and she might surprise some people. And coming over here to the men's 1500. Oh, he said, E-Dub said, I definitely forgot about Knighton. LOL. Yeah, Knighton, do not count him out. These teenagers. Looking in the 1500 or the 800, you got the teenagers like Mo and darn it, what's her name from Great Britain? Those two, they're only 19. Man, they about to be blazing up some people. Okay, coming back here to the 1500. Kamar, I can never pronounce that name unless somebody tells me and I gotta mimic them. But Etiang from Kenya, 3:45.26, so that's fair. That would be doing a 4:01, I think. 4:02, 4:03 if that was a mile. So just barely on the curve of breaking 4 in a mile. That's what I'm trying to train for myself. So then Amos Bartlesmeyer in second, 3:45.35. These are all respectable. Look at the wind. Remember, it was probably negative 5 or 6 meters per second, negative 4 meters per second while they running this. So this was actually pretty good. Dage Miners from Bermuda. Season best 346.82. Eric Holt. I don't know who Casey Neville is, actually, to be honest. Eric Holt there. And then one of our pace setters, Eric Sawinski from Iowa. Shout out to him, one of our Midwest people. I'm glad he's still coming up in here doing his thing, being a pace setter. It'd be nice to see him make one of the teams, but he's been making a career out of this. I've been following him for a very long time. He competed against one of the guys that I've been close to, and they went to the same college. So that's very, very good. One of my rival schools, actually. And then A-Rock being a pace setter here for the first 400. Decent, or he just dropped out, I think, pace setter. So yeah, there we go. Let's now look at the women's 400 hurdles. Jamaica sweep. Cheyenne Salmon, I don't know who that is, to be honest. I gotta say, don't know who that is. Rochelle Clayton, don't know who that is either. And Geneve Russell, that's the only name I recognize right here. I gotta be honest, I don't know who the other two athletes are. Forgive me for this one. I like to know who the heck I'm talking about a lot of these times, but I don't recognize these two. Congratulations to both of them. I'm gonna have to look them up now. Grace Claxton from Puerto Rico. Now, looking at the time, 55:35, I think it's fair given the wind readings here. You know what I am very surprised about in this race? I am very surprised about this right here. Ashley Spencer. Ashley Spencer, 57.87. Let's forget about the time because of the wind or whatever. Let's just say this. In sixth place, now I understand she could be doing better later in the season, but Ashley, please, I'm praying, please get it. Come on, get that, because last year at the Olympic trials and everything, the USA is a hard as hell team to make in this. And I really want to see Ashley Spencer get this one more time if she can. Come on, make this team, keep it up. I'm really pulling for her, not from a biased perspective, but I like to see people that have done well do well. I don't really have a bias for her either way, like I have for about 4 or 5 other athletes. It's just I'm surprised. Like Russell, I recognize these two, so I would, and Sage Watson actually, I would think that Spencer or Russell would have been ahead of the other athletes. Clayton, I believe, raced against Elaine earlier in a straight 400. Interesting. I'm actually gonna have to look that one up. Thank you for bringing that one up, Edub. Thank you. Oh, and by the way, we have a spike in the amount of people that's watching. Don't forget, if you're from Jamaica and you know anything about this, Bianca Knight, remember our local world record holder in the 4x100 meter relay. All right. She's hosting a meet called the Mississippi Meet of Champions. It's on Saturday, May 14th. Go look on her Twitter page. Bianca Knight's Twitter page. You can look it up very easily because I forgot off the top of my head, to be honest. I don't want to bring it up and distract, but definitely go there. She's looking for people to come there. It's mmoc.events, and then you go and you can see that and send that out. If you guys know anybody in Jamaica or family members or something that want to be invited, go ahead and do that. Now, let's go to the women's 200. All right. I'm gonna have to put some respect on her name. All right. Let me do this real quick. Let me put some respect on her name, because in all honesty, I think I got a tab open for her, but if I don't, let me open the tab open for her. Antonique, I got to bring her in there. I did pronounce her name wrong. I'm going to pronounce it again, so I'm not going to pronounce her last name. All right? I'm not going to pronounce her last name. I'm going to have to put some respect on her name. And I actually somewhat have, I actually kind of like her as an athlete. She looks very smooth when I've seen her run and everything here. But I was not thinking that she was going to feature. And the reason that I was not thinking, I didn't think about the win. I didn't think about this other thing. Let me bring her up on the screen here. I didn't think she was going to feature because of this reason. She made the indoor world championships. I think she got knocked out in the first or second round in the 400. I thought because she was coming from the strength side of it, and she's facing a Camacho-Quinn and other athletes that are coming from the speed side, I thought the speed side would have beat out the strength side in this 200. especially, I guess, earlier in the season. But then I forgot, it's earlier in the outdoor season, so strength could get you there. Plus, she's a 200-meter specialist. I was not really considering it, so I got to give y'all a hand on that one. The Frank Y, I think it was, and then we got a couple other people. Y'all go ahead. I got to hand it to you. I got to hand it to y'all. Y'all called it, especially the ones that call Anthony from the Bahamas to get the win. Some of y'all had Brianna Williams getting like 5th or 6th or something though. So I don't know. That one, I still didn't see that one happening. But Camacho-Quinn winded up not even running this. So I guess she was just satisfied with the run in the 100 hurdles or whatever. That was kind of surprising. Because I would have liked to see how this would have turned out with Camacho-Quinn. But a negative 5 meter per second headwind? Oh my goodness. And then Desiree Bryant, respectable. She came up there. But Antonique blew them out. I gotta say, she blew them out. And in a negative 5.0 meter per second headwind, this ain't close. This ain't close. I don't think that's close. Not a half a second. Not with that. She had the second best reaction time. The best reaction time wound up getting last, which is ironic. Or the third best reaction time here. Oh yeah, third best reaction time. So, I guess this appeared here. I don't know. It was kind of like a full field. What do you guys think about this women's 200? Because to me, if you took Antonique out, everybody else is. You can only have one person to win, and then a couple of people to get the first couple of spots. So I'm over here like Jessica Beers should be doing something. This part, TT Terry, she kind of like, wait a minute, 24. I mean, headwind, whatever. But TT Terry getting second to last. I mean, I understand some things. Let me not say it too loud because I do be wanting her to come here, and I did shout her out on the Twitter. So let me get TT Terry to come up on this YouTube channel real quick. I don't want to come at her head too much. But man, come on now. TT Terry, come on. You got to do better than second to last. You got to do better than second to last. Is Johnson a decathlete? I want to say, because I keep thinking that Johnson's a heptathlete right here. I think Johnson's a heptathlete. But I could be mistaken. So, but anyway, Brianna Williams could have done better. E-Dub said, yeah, I was skeptical about Brianna last year, but I think she has more to come as the season develops. Yeah. So, look, Brianna Williams, like I said, fresh face, 20 years old, just barely turned 20. I've seen this story before. I've seen these stories before from 16-year-olds to everybody. I'm talking about Tara Davis. We talking about Noah Lyles and his brother Josephus. I'm talking about gosh dang it, wasn't Sydney McLaughlin in the 400 hurdles, and some people that didn't show up when I saw them at those World Youth and World Juniors and everything. I remember meeting a lot of these athletes all at once, and I see that. I remember watching Shamir Little when she was there. I got that eye, and I remember when I was calling them. When I saw Brianna Williams way back, forget that race when she was racing the pros when she was still young, and she winded up doing well against them. Forget that race. Take that out and look at any one of her random races against her own peers, her own ages, and then you should be able to see it. You could see it in how she's running. You could see it from her start. And I'm like, look, this is going to be somebody big way back then. This is why I guess it's developed into a bias now. I got to admit that. So if anybody say I ain't got a bias for a Jamaican athlete or something like that, well, here's at least one. And I think one for Shelly Ann, just from a legacy perspective. But for Brianna Williams, I got to just say, this is it right here. I know, let me not do the NBC announcer thing and take away from the winner. Let's give her roses right here. Antonique, I'm going to pronounce it wrong, but Strachan. Man, Coco, get the heck out of here. That's my rap. Get out of here. Get out that bag now. Move. So, I got to give her roses. I don't want to take away from her. They said Brianna is dang near a veteran at this point, LOL. She's been a pro for a minute now. Man, she only been really a pro for 2 seasons, including this one. She ain't been a pro. I mean, as long as she been running against the youth and she didn't show up at the World Championships in 2019, she ain't been a pro officially in my eyes. She could have went there, but she decided not to because remember they banned her for accidentally having that substance and everything. So, and then I guess all the drama and everything, her talking to Coach Otto and everything. They said, hey, look, Coach Bolton, hey, the drama, we lost some training here. We had to go to the court of sports and arbitration. Let's go to our own age group. We can still float on with the training here. And that was a great call because she went out and she showed out and she dominated. After that, then she could be considered a pro. But just because she got that gold medal, just don't count her out. I'm telling you. That's why I said I've been beating her banner last year. I created the whole Brianna Williams topic thing. I'm going to be doing that right now. I'm doing that right now. Okay? Okay? I'm doing that right now. I'm letting y'all know. The same way people was beating. Oh, the C is silent in Strachan. Oh, or Strahan. Oh, okay. I'm gonna work on pronouncing the name right, just like I did with Fem Cabot. See, I like to pronounce the people's names right. But look, let me finish this one. And I'm gonna read y'all comments in a second. Look. I'm going to beat her drum like people be beating Shelly Ann Fraser-Price drum. I'm doing it right now. I'm going to tell people right now. That's my bias right there. So if people be like, oh, you be coming at Richardson or something like that. Like if people thought I had a whole vendetta against Richardson and I only mentioned her really 3 times in the title of my videos and 7 times in any other videos like that without somebody else mentioning her. I had nothing against Richardson. Matter of fact, I had liked her at some point, and then I didn't really care for her. That's about as far as I went with her. But Brianna Williams, I got a whole out. Same thing with what's her face in the long jump from Nigeria. I keep saying what's their name. I know their names, but let me stop being a fool. I woke up now after those 150s. So I'm beating her drum right now. If y'all see me putting out videos, y'all already know why that is. Because if nobody else gonna uplift a great talent. Same thing with Arian Knight, and I'm gonna start putting out videos of him. If they're not gonna do it on other channels, I'm gonna do it. They gonna wait until she already get an individual goal. Then they gonna come on and be like, well, see, and then they gonna try to get the views and everything. I'm gonna cover the distance athletes, the sprinters, the whatever. I don't care. The views come, the views don't come. I'm gonna uplift the athletes. That's what I do. That's what I do. So that's what I'm doing right here. So yeah, sure she got a gold medal, but they still ain't respecting her because they're like, well, what can she do? She she was on the relay. Like, dang, man. So let me see. They said the Francois said, hi, did you attend World Juniors in a professional capacity? Man, let me tell you, I know. The biggest thing that I've done is the Junior Olympics, USATF Junior Olympics and everything. So that's all I've done. USA Junior Olympics. And I gotta be honest, I don't even want to say how I even qualified for that national. Didn't do my own state meet. I should have did my own state meet. It was some training things there or whatever. But because our state meet was stronger than qualifying. Most of the distance runners for USATF, I'll put it this way. But like I said, look, attending, like, just like people say the World Championships used to be weaker than the Olympics or something like that. Look, whoever shows up, you beat them, you're the world champ. I don't care. It's period, dot. That's all it is. The other people didn't show up, with the exception for the marathon. I think that's one exception there. If they don't show up, you still world champ. They can't take it away from you. The sponsor's going to have to pay you that money. Run me my check. Run me my $40,000 or $30,000, whatever it is, to get the win. So for me, I just went up to the nationals. And quite honestly, the distance runners in my state, Illinois, didn't really show up like that, so it was easier. So I did compete with somebody though that winded up setting the national steeplechase record for a year for USATF. She could run the 60-meter hurdles all the way up to freaking the 5K. Okay, talk about range. This was another athlete until she got to college. I don't know. I guess the coaching or something, it just didn't pan out as well for her. Hopefully I could get her on this channel, but she could run a 60 all the way up to that freaking 5K, and her sweet spot was in the probably more the 400 hurdles and maybe the 2,000 steeplechase. But anyway, let me start getting back on topic here. They say, I hear you. Wilfred said that. E-Dub said, I hear you. I personally believe Oregon will be featuring the Jamaicans in a 4-way sweep with Brianna in fourth. Man, that's going to sting if Brianna Williams get fourth. Daryl Richardson, shout out to you being a member of the YouTube channel. Don't forget, y'all, become a member of the YouTube channel. It's only like, what, $2.99 a month or something like that. It helps support the channel. Zay said, totally off topic, but Abby Steiner of Kentucky just ran a 10.92 and a 22.35 into a negative 5.6 headwind. Whoa, wait a minute. What? Okay, I'm going to have to look at Abby Steiner. Thank you for bringing that one up. I'm going to have to, let me screenshot this right here so I remember and write this down right here. That is powerful. Into a negative 5.6. Uh-oh, here we go. The Camacho-Quinn effect real quick. She ready to take some scalps. Let me get over here. Audrey Davis said, Clayton was bronze medalist at the Doha World Championships in 2019, while Simon was the star 400-meter hurdler at the high school championships. Oh my goodness, how did I not recognize that? Okay, thank you, Audrey. I'm slacking off in that one because I would think I would know the 400 hurdles because I pay attention to that a little bit, but that is crazy. Dang, wow. Okay, so only one of them. Okay, I thought that 10.92 was the negative headwind because I was about to say. But the no win 10.92, she is Bree Wayne. Yes, that she is fast. Man, we got another one. We got another burner right here. We about to have another one. And Abby Steiner was already pretty decent. She coming out right now. She's coming out. She finna tell everybody what's up. Man, she would have taken this race right here and blew all of them out. But obviously, put everybody in their place. Collegiate athletes versus, professional athletes. Collegiate athletes going to be a little bit more peaked earlier on. Even though I think that 22:38 is real close to Antonique's PR real quick with a tailwind. So it ain't looking too hot, but hey, there we go. What am I on? Okay, we got the women's 200. Let's go over the women's long jump or whatever. Thank y'all for coming out. Like I said, I'm going to mention this one or two more times. The Mississippi Meet of Champions, MMOC.events. Don't forget Bianca Knight's looking for some Jamaicans to come and show up. So that y'all represent the island well. Come down there and show up. I like to see fast athletes. I told her I was going to try to find her some announcers. I would do it myself, but I really don't want to involve myself to try to do high school, like announcing, even if it's for the web thing right now. Just because I want to focus on the NFT, right? And then this YouTube channel. So I want to do that just out of respect of what I'm doing now. If I were to do it for some fun stuff, yeah. But that's just me. Now, let me go over to the women's long jump. Derek Dean said, Island Styling, Antonique Stratton. Congrats for the Bahamas. Exactly. So, women's long jump. Quenisha Burks got that win. That was a pretty decent and comfortable win. She was about, I think, in second or third. Hey, Coco, what's up? How you doing? You want to say hi to everybody? Who do you think is going to win the World Championships this year in the 100? You don't know? I don't know either. So, Quenisha Burks, 6.77 meters in the long jump. She got the win for the USA. Shanice Porter in second for Jamaica. Tanisa Hickling, Tanisa, what the heck? Tasana Hickling. This is how these announcers be jacking up names. I just clearly saw the spelling of his name and said it completely off. What the heck is wrong with me? That's your second and third for Jamaica. Let me look at this. Bogart, I don't know. I think Bogart, if this is the Bogart that I think this is, this was like a bad day for Erica right here. But I'm not sure if that's the same one. Because I didn't, like I said, some of these field events, I was casually like peeking in here and there. But I did get to see to get this, what the heck, the triple jump a little bit more. I'm stuttering up here. No, don't jump on my freaking keyboard now. You rabbit, you go back down. So let's see. Going back down here, where we at? The men's 200. So this was a pretty good matchup in my opinion. The Frank Wise said, looks like Steiner could be the real deal. I wonder if the college season would tire her out like what may be happening to Bowling. Man, Bowling, man, this dude. Okay, you just hit the button. You hit the bowling button. Hold on. I gotta do it now. Where is it at? You hit the button, man. Do we really gotta go over the athletes that kind of like, okay, Harrison was kind of one of the athletes I think that disappointed a little bit, but that's for a different reason. Okay. That's a different reason why that. Here's another athlete that really didn't pan out that people was hyping up, and Swoboda. Okay? Bowler and Swoboda remind me of each other real quick. I think he was running so good. His form was really ugly looking, and he was running so fast when he did, and people thought he was going to carry that to the outdoor season. I don't know about tiring out, because that's what happened with Sha'Carri Richardson. She did that for 2 seasons in a row. She came up and ran out of steam 2 seasons in a row. She did it after the collegiate season. Now, she did win the NCAAs, but then right after that, she ran out of steam. Then she was a pro and started running out of steam too. Some of these athletes, I don't know what it is, they run out of steam during the most important times during the season. Swoboda, Richardson, until she proves otherwise, because at the USA Champs, she almost got her butt beat. No matter the reasons, it don't really matter the reasons, because at the end of the day, it's like, look, and plus she won, and unfortunately, because of the Olympics, now they've proven their bias. So now I gotta actually change what I said here, because had she been a different pigmentation, then they would have done some things differently, I'm sure. Or maybe a different sport, who knows? Gotta be fair. But Swoboda, Bowling, Richardson, Holloway, he blew up. Asafa Powell, he's another one. Nothing was technically wrong with Asafa Powell all but one of those times where he was injured, and he blew up. So I think Bowling is the same way. He's the same way. Nope. Now, if Steiner blows up, like I said, there's a difference between collegiate athletes blowing up and then people ain't having it together. And Bowling didn't have it together. That's what he is. Long story short, after all of that, hey, Coco, get off my keyboard. I don't want you clicking up something on the screen now and putting our NFTs that shouldn't be released. Now, here's Steven Gardner. This actually makes sense that he got this. I actually would have liked to see Kyrie King kind of show out. Man, come on, Kyrie King from the United States. I am surprised that he got 4th place. Kyrie King right now should have been, in my opinion, at worst, 2nd. I really thought Kyrie King would have came in and taken this. Steven Gardner kind of makes sense. Our 2 400-meter, like really the best 2 400-meter athletes right now. I can see why they got 1st and 2nd. But when you run it against somebody that really otherwise should be doing something, Isaiah Young, I would think, could do something too. Maybe it's just because it's earlier in the season. Manuel Matadi, I really didn't expect too much from him. But congratulations, he got 3rd. But Steven Gardner makes sense. He beat another 400-meter athlete. He's slightly ahead of him in the 200. Makes sense. That means Jareem Richards is going to have a stronger speed endurance base than Gardner does. And that's kind of hard to beat. If he can get beat in the 200 by Gardner, he's going to get beat in the 400 by Gardner. That's what it's going to be. Maybe that's what it's going to be. She is Bree Wayne said, maybe career over for Kyrie King. I don't know. Wait a minute. How old is he now? I got to remember how old he is. I think he's still 26. let me put this in here real quick. I think he's only 26, but to be fair, he should be doing much better than that. But I could be wrong. He might be older than that. He said maybe career over. I will be calling it. Okay, 26, 27. So yeah, I am right. He's got some weight for him, but he's really kind of. I guess this is a season opener. Okay, to be fair, season opener. I really would have liked to see him first or second. I'm a little bit disappointed with that, but he could do a lot better. Isaiah Young, same thing. Both of them could do a lot better facing these 400 athletes like that. Really, facing them, that should have been a no contest. But this win is killing everybody. Where am I at? Women's 400. Daryl Richardson said Asafa mental meltdown by his own admission. Yeah. Okay, here we go. This is where it is. When I say the workhorse, I know some people got offended by saying or said that was a racist term or something like that, forgetting I'm black or whatever. And men are workhorses in general. Shout out to Jason Black for that, introducing that into the lexicon. But when I talk about the workhorse, Sharika Jackson, we got the Action Jackson. Do I got her up here? Nah, let's give her a blessing real quick. Let's give her a blessing. All right. We're going to give Sharika Jackson our blessings real quick. She can do what potentially nobody else can. The only other person that could have done this in the modern times was Allison Felix. Is Allison Felix right now, men or women. She got the range to do something in metal in the 4x1, 200, 400, and the 4x4. It was only 3 other athletes that did that. And for people, for better or for worse, whether y'all like her or not, y'all know our famous USA world record holder, way ahead of everybody else. Drugs do not do this, okay? I'm going to say this like this. If we got super tracks and super shoes, there is no drug on this planet. Y'all cannot convince me there's a drug on this planet that can make athletes as fast as FloJo. Because if there were, how come the super drugs that came after her did not get the athletes anywhere near? Marion Jones couldn't get nowhere near FloJo's times or anything like that. So no, there's nothing that can convince me. Sure, there could have been some drugs in there. If y'all want to argue with that, there was no proof. So sure, there could have been some drugs, but they ain't gonna get them that fast. All right. The only other person that I know that could do something like this, she got gold, silver in the 4x4. That was FloJo. Then there was I think an athlete from one of the European nations, and didn't the bronze queen, so-called bronze queen, got upgraded to silvers now. Didn't she get a 4x4 medal? Or I could be wrong, because Jamaica hasn't traditionally been as strong in the 4x4 in the past. But y'all correct me if I'm wrong, if she did not get that before. Right? Sharika Jackson got that talent. And if she didn't have that lapse of judgment in the 200, she would have had it last year. I want to be able to crown her that way. So Sharika Jackson, if you listening to this, please don't be spaced out. Don't be an airhead. I know you a goofball. And everybody know I like me some Sharika Jackson right now. Okay? So I ain't trying to be demeaning with that. But come on, focus. We need you to focus, Jackson. Focus this year. Because it don't come by every year. There's no guarantee that she can medal in the 100. Brianna Williams might get your card this year. So Jackson 51-40 in that win that they had. I think she's ready for that 400. I think she's ready. What y'all think? They said Richards is a world championship 200 medalist. I hope to see more good stuff from him. Yeah, same here. Same here, the Francois. E-Dub said Action Jackson was supposed to win that, and she did. Yep. Candace McLeod, that makes sense. 51-57, season best. Let me see. Kaylin Whitney. Jade Stepter Baines. Not being a familiar name here. To be honest, not a familiar name. at all. Not a familiar name at all. IAAF Relays. She has been on the Pan American Games and everything like that. Everything else kind of checks out with her, but she's not a familiar face to me at all. Lena Irby, man, you know what? I'm gonna have to contact her and her mom. I'm gonna try to get her on this here. Lena, what's going on? Lena, what is going on? That's all I gotta say. This is another athlete that I saw when she was younger. I announced at her races. She was good enough where she could avoid going to the Region 7 Indiana meet. I think Region 7 is Indiana, Illinois. Could be wrong. At the youth level. But I remember seeing her compete in Indiana. And I remember seeing that. And I know she got the talent. She's one of these athletes that can show up and she can represent Indiana. And she can come in here and she can win. She got that ability. I've seen it in her. So her right here, she's just going to have to get her timing right in that 400. I'm very confident in that. Jonathan, I'm surprised she didn't show up too. Are they in the same training camp? I know Irby trains with Miller Weibo's camp. But yeah, the Frank Y said Flojo had perfect technique, just a wind-aided time, and IAAF report from the 90s pretty much confirmed it. Her 200 was legitimate though. See, the Frank Y, I gotta say her 100 is legitimate because her 200 also, think about Elaine Thompson-Herah. It took her to run what she ran to still not even really be that close in the 200. That's why I said, yeah, maybe that was a wind-aided time. I don't know. I just got to say, I know it had to have been some kind of tailwind. But her 200 is so much better than everybody else. That's why I'm giving credence to her 100 time. That's why. Not even the 100. If it was the 100 by itself, then I would say question mark. But she would have had the ability to do that in the 100. Because her 200 is way better than everybody else. Light years, head and shoulders above the rest. Not to shout out to the channel here. But yeah, way better. And Lena, come on, please. I'm begging you. I had you as my Facebook profile picture with that question mark looking like I messed up in the 4x4 picture. So I had to change it because you've been doing better. But come on, let's get it. Let's move on to the men's 400. Karani James. I can't wait to see him come back to form. I want the USA to win though. But I can't wait to see Karani James come back to form. You could be second place behind whoever it is in the USA. Same thing for what's your name in the from Bahamas. I want the USA. I want the USA to get the 400. Here go my bias coming out. We are a 400 nation among anything else. We dominate in the 4x4s and everything. I want to see the USA to get an individual, even though we'd be struggling to get an individual 400 some years. I want to see us get a win there. But yeah. Karani James, it's great to see him coming back. 45-63, not too spectacular. Decent for early season. Decent for the win that they had there. Haddock Wilson, fair for him for Great Britain. He's actually a pretty decent 400 athlete himself. Jaheel Hyde for Jamaica, 46-27. Okay, fair. Like I said, with this win, it's kind of throwing off the times a little bit. But that's pretty fair there. Montgomery. Dang, I still said it wrong. Montgomery. Decent for the USA. Noah Williams. Like I said, it's only so many people that could be up there. If I had to pick, Noah Williams would be up there second, if not winning. If I had to pick for the USA. Noah Williams right here. Down here in 7th place. I would have picked him up there to do that. Let's see. Daryl Richardson said Flojo 21-34 will never be broken. I don't know about never. I think that would be broken by some athletes that some people are saying should not be running. The DSD athletes. I think they will be able to break that. If not Thompson-Herah or some other non-DSD athletes. I think that will be broken eventually. Yep, proof is her 200, E-Dub said. So let's move on from here. Women's 800. Let me see who here we got here. Aji Wilson, Charlene Lipsy. Y'all know what I said about these ladies. Man, I be hitting on these ladies in the 800. I'm an 800 specialist when it comes here. I ain't gonna tell y'all who. I already said it last year about the names that I just mentioned off here. But yeah, Wilson, pretty decent. Like I said, with this win, that was actually very strong. To come here and do a 203.09 in this win, pretty decent. And then Chrisanne Gordon Powell for Jamaica, 204.19. That was pretty decent. She scalped a good head in Charlene Lipsy, because Lipsy is actually a pretty decent, good 800 runner in her own right. And then you can see from her resume right here. You can see from her resume right here. Now, Aji Wilson, as y'all can see, what she's been doing, y'all already know what she did in the 800 earlier this season with the World Championship. Okay, y'all already can see what's going down here. Y'all look at her resume. All right, y'all look at her resume here. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. So, now, it's going to be hard to beat her. The only one that's going to be able to beat Wilson this year, unless she's sleeping, to be honest, will be Rogers, Moe, and Hodgkinson. Keely Hodgkinson. I don't even think that somebody coming down from the 1500 or what's her name? I forget her name, from the Netherlands or whatever. Coming down, being able to run a 10,000 all the way down to the 800. She ain't going to be able to beat somebody like a Wilson. Wilson got to be sleeping to get beat. There's nobody that can do it. And I swear, I hope y'all 800 runner from Jamaica, I really do. I really want her to get a medal. She's been running too many years. I'm an 800 specialist myself, that's been my best event, actually. Not specialist, but that's been my best event. I've been preferring to run other events, but my dumb self should have just stuck to the 800 instead of doing all this 10,000 ultra marathon training and stuff and slow down my legs. From an 800 to 800, I want y'all Jamaican 800 runner. Her name is skipping me right now, but I want her to get a medal. I want her to get a medal. I know E-Dub, okay, he didn't pull my card. It was Wilson. He didn't put the hearts up there. Yes, it was Wilson. Man, some of these athletes rejected me. Now, it was more than one 800 runner that rejected me. They was like, no, I'm focused on my career. One of them told me they was focusing on their career. The other one just was like, no. So I ain't gonna play around, and I ain't get rejected by some of these athletes. But yeah, she's not gonna be beat. But other than those 3-4 athletes there, all right. They said Elaine needs to split 10-6-ish twice in the 200 for the record. Not impossible. Yeah. Yes, Natoya Gould. There we go. Natoya Gould. That is who I was thinking of. But yeah, E-Dub said Aji Wilson. Yeah, she is fine to me. She's fine finding that thing out there. All right. The Frank Y said, I really want Michael Norman to get an individual medal in the 400. So much talent. Yes. Michael Norman. Let me go back to the men's 400, put them on the screen real quick, and I'm going to jump back to the women's 800. Then I'm going to go to the 100s. Look, Michael Norman ain't got the mentality. When he said he ain't trying to live up to the legends or anything like that, I know it's all cool with this generation of athletes or whatever to be like, well, I ain't trying to hold. Man, dude, you a man, all right? And men, we hold expectations and the greats on our back. Okay, cool. You ain't trying to say you are the great and brag before you there. Cool. I would, man, me in his spot. Hassan did run the 800, by the way, Daryl. If I was in his spot, ask that question, saying, are you trying to live up to the greats? Yes, I'm trying to be one of the greats. And ideally, if he wanted to be political and just be a little softer, okay, cool. If I'm going to be a version of him, just be like, ideally, I'm trying to be one of the greats. And if I can get there, you know, if God blesses me Because you know they want to say that and throw that in there. Okay, cool. If God blesses me enough that I'm one of the greats, I want to surpass what they've done. Cool. But when he said, I'm not trying to really worry about them or nothing like that, man, he didn't ask you if you was trying to be a world record holder. He said, you trying to be one of the greats. When he said that, I know he's beaten. If I'm one of his competitors, I'm like, oh, I got his card. When I step up to the line, I'm going to say something and I'm going to whisper some words and I know how to get in his head. Same thing with Noah Lyles. Noah Lyles gave his weakness out to the world last year. Those two athletes gave the weakness out. I know how to beat both of them now. If I'm training an athlete, I know how to get in their heads. If I'm one of the athletes, I know how to get in their heads. I can do it through a tweet. I can do it through an Instagram post. And I'm going to do it. And I'm definitely going to do it on the line. I'm going to do it when we in that warm-up area. I'm going to have it through other people because I'm going to be like, yo, whisper in his ear, do this. Come on, do something for me here. I ain't paying the money because I don't think that's even legal in the sport. But hey, look. Hey, we all, because I'm going to tell them all of us can benefit. Look, I know I'm going to win, but you can get yourself a second or a third. And that's what probably happened last year with Michael Norman. Once he answered that question, everybody, the blood was in the water. Sharks came out to kill him. And that's what happened. Now, getting back here, let me look here. Decent pace setter here. Claxton from Puerto Rico. She be getting her money in here. She doesn't pace set that much, but she's been getting her money doing some pace setting. I'll be watching. I'll be paying attention. So, Samantha Watson, Ellie Baker, she's okay in the 800. This was fair for her this early in the season. Emily Richards, same thing for her. Women's 100. Now getting back to that. Okay, women's 100. Tiana Daniels. What I be telling y'all about Daniels? Daniels be knowing how to get these scalps. And while she isn't the flashiest person, she coming from Texas Longhorns, unless I'm wrong about that, but if I'm not mistaken. Tiana Daniels coming from the Longhorns. She been representing, and she has made every single team since she's made the first team in 2019. Now, to be fair, that's only 2 teams. Okay, cool. But Tiana Daniels coming up here, and she gonna represent. Let me put her up here on the screen real quick. I really don't have confidence in Gabby Thomas like that to get the win, not in the 100. That's not really her strength of it. Tiana Daniels should have won this. If one of these 100 specialists didn't beat somebody not good in the 100, that's either really good for Gabby Thomas or really bad for the rest of them. And I'm going to say really bad for the rest of them. They really should have got that right there. She's a Texas athlete. So she's coming up here, 25 years old. She got the whole career ahead of her still. Yeah. The Francois said, LOL, you sound like Michael Johnson when he said he ain't convinced by Norman. Pretty much said the same as yourself. Oh, Michael Johnson said that? Shoot, I'm humbled. I am humbled that I am matching up to one of the greats, especially him being a 400 world record holder and dominating in this. They changed the world championships standards about how you get a bye because he was injured and hurt because of Michael Johnson. Like, he's that good that they changed up how that is. Yes. This dude I know y'all 20 seconds behind, so that's why I'm just seeing the comment. Look, as a person that hates to lose, when I see somebody that hates to lose up there, Shelly Ann Fraser Price, what's her name? She got second place in the 60. Why am I forgetting her name? She's fine as hell too. God damn it. What is her? I know y'all gonna say her name. Y'all know her name. I am forgetting it right now. But in the indoor 60, she thought she was gonna win. I thought she was gonna win too. She came up and her face was just, she was one of those other versions of not liking the defeat. It was the salty look. That's probably me. I'm gonna be salty. I'm gonna be like, oh, okay. All right, I'm going to give you a high five. I'm going to shake your hand, and I'm going to be real salty. I'm not even going to smile. I'm not going to smile. I am a bad loser. But when I win, I'm going to be like, oh, I told you. I'm going to be bragging. You not going to hear the end of it. That's how I am. Y'all know it on this YouTube channel. Yes, Briscoe. There we go. Briscoe fine ass. But anyway, so Briscoe, she over there, she's a sore loser. I recognize that in other people. And Michael Johnson, he's probably a sore loser too. With as many wins as he got behind him. Look, I'm saying all these women fine. They saying, oh, this guy, he getting off topic. He's over here objectifying the women. They don't like that one. I'm losing people with that one. But with that being said, yeah, as another person, when I see somebody like that, I love it when I'm competing against them. If I see that in an athlete of mine, I hate seeing that. If I see that on somebody being on my team, I hate seeing that. Now, if they're competing against me in some event, okay, then I'll give them some advice. But if they are competing against me, I am going to get in and out of their head doing backflips and everything and making sure they're going to be the mental midget that they are. And to be honest, that's what he appears. Not trying to be real mean to Norman, but he has let his competitors know how to make him a mental midget. He shouldn't even be losing. He should not be losing. His talent is so great that he doesn't know what he has. And he might have to have some time to catch up to him, to be honest. But I don't look at McLaughlin like that. I look at her like, don't mess with her. You look at her face, and she got the resting bee face right there. But she got a smile that lights people up at the same time. But when she out there and she competing against you, oh no, she's sending daggers and knives. She about to kill your ass when she coming out there. They demonetizing me for cursing, I guess. I don't know. That's YouTube's problem. So, yeah. Getting back to this. Daryl Richardson said, no confidence in Morrison. E-Dub said, can't sleep on Daniel. She's already tried and proven. And then the Frank Y said, Jay Oliver, I hope to see a little more. I can see Gabby making the team if someone falls off. Yeah, Gabby can make the team if they fall off. Javian Oliver, she better not mess up. Oliver got this one. Oliver should have it. Daniels be having it. Daniels be kind of iffy coming into it. I ain't even gonna lie. She's starting to get it now. And she proved it last year when she finally got into the 10-8 lows, or was it 10-7? Let me look at her PR. I think it was something that she broke into. I think it was the 10-7s. Where's her 100? Oh, 10-8-3. That's what it was. 10-8 low. When she finally broke into that, it was like, finally, thank you. Now she's the safer one, because the USA is so competitive in the 100. She be barely making teams, and then she'll make the final. So she'll like barely make the USA team, and that ain't good enough some years. Because the way Gabby Thomas is looking, getting all that muscle on her and everything like that, if you don't show up at the USA Championships, this ain't no selection process. Because if it was, and she finished 4th, they probably would pick Daniels because of her proven track record of making the finals of all of these teams. She knows how to make the finals, but in the USA, she's been unreliable when it comes to that. So, I'm going to have a whole video about Sha'Carri Richardson, since you brought her up you pulled the Sha'Carri Richardson card, Woodson. They said Michael Johnson is a sore spectator too. You funny as heck. Yeah, he kind of is. Man, look, at him being runner, man, Michael Johnson be getting paid. That's all I know. He be getting paid. He be entertaining, and he is a kind of a sport spectator. But look, on 1083, yes. Let me go here. Natasha Morrison, I don't have faith in Morrison until later in the season. Right? I don't have faith in her until later in the season. Morrison, please get it together. Let's put you up here, because I know you got it. You got kicked. Didn't Morrison get kicked out of the squad, and then she got let back in and her times came back? So definitely coach at MVP. He knows what the heck he's doing, because as soon as she came back, she started to bring it back together. When she got kicked out of the squad, she didn't quit, okay? She was one of the people, unless I'm thinking of the wrong person, that got kicked out. Okay? She didn't quit. So let's put everybody in their proper order. She got kicked out. Then she got let back in. So she had to come back on crawling hands and knees. No offense to Morrison at all. But This is just the over dramatized telling of the story. She got kicked out. She had to come back on hand and knee and be like, please, please let me back in. They let her back in and her times came back. How do I know this? Look at her progression of her times. When she got kicked out, here she go. Years she's kicked out, then she's let back in, and she comes back, and then here she's back in. She runs a PR when she's let back in. Isn't that kind of strange? No, that just proves a good coach. Proves a good training camp. That proves everything there. So that's all it is. But yeah, Morrison, if she's in the same camp, they're not really going to show up that early in the season, y'all. She's not going to. It's not that I don't have faith in her. I just don't think she's going to win anything. She's not going to win anything. Then later on, this is going to be a fight between her and Brianna Williams. Mark my words on this. Unless Action Jackson messes up and has a hiccup, it's going to be between her and Williams. And Morrison wants that revenge to come back. She wants to make a team. So this is going to be a burner one. She wants to make the individual team. Too late with Morrison, with Williams on the rise. Yep. E-Dub said, Daryl Richardson said she had too much fun in Houston. Hey. I don't know. Hey, look, the next time they be coming by to Houston, I'm going to have to holler at them. So let me stop. I need to be more professional on my channel. That's why one of the guys, he was like, I know some NCAA coaches. They was like, man, you a little bit too much. I can't put myself on the brand and stuff. I was like, man, y'all too PG-13. Y'all too PG-13. I talk about this everything. Look, now anyway, this is the final event today. I'm gonna address Richardson. Let me do that right now before I address these guys. Look, Richardson right now. I'm going to talk about her escapades with Hollywood and all of that in a second. Because matter of fact, that's what I wanted to do. I was thinking about doing an animated video. When I asked y'all about this, I was going to do an animated video of Brianna Williams, Sha'Carri Richardson. Oh, Richardson, what the heck? All of these people. Why? Man, I'm a fool. I'm mixing up people's names. I'm going to do Sha'Carri, Brianna Williams, probably Arian Knighton and some other people, Holloway, and I'm going to try to do an animated video. But that's what the NFTs are for. All right? They said, although Morrison beat Sharika a long time ago, didn't she? Yeah, Morrison did beat Sharika. But I think, wasn't Jackson more so injured and stuff like that for that whole time and everything? So, yeah. Don't do it, bruh. Not confirmed. Don't do it, bruh. Not confirmed. Man, I don't care if it's not confirmed. That's still that's going to be on my other channel. That's why that channel is the drama channel. So if y'all want to check that out, go to go to the description or the about page. It shows the other two channels that I follow. It's only got 5 subscribers with each one, but go there. Here we go. Men's 100. Let me focus. Jerome Blake of Canada. Fair enough. With the win. I am disappointed in one person in this field. I'm disappointed in one person in this field. And it's Aaron Brown. I think Aaron Brown should be doing better on. Now, I have a soft spot. I don't got a bias for him. I got a soft spot for Aaron Brown and his story slightly. But then as a competitor, I'm like, you freaking bleeding and I know your weakness. This guy lacks confidence. He's one of the more talented people to come out of Canada in the recent years. Yet, if you read the articles on him, if you see his interviews, this guy got no confidence in himself. He doubts himself all the time. He comes into major races. That's why he can win at the Canadian Championships. He could do well at random races. Then he comes to the championships. Now, last year, he was finally showing out. And I think his sports psychologist, because he said he needed one. Like, it wasn't like, or somebody said he needed one. It was like, it's not an option. He needs one because his talent or his confidence is that low. So I am disappointed in him. I think he should have done much better in placing than 5th place. That is just, I don't know where he could have placed up here. He should have top 3 or something. but definitely not a 5th place here. That's just, no, I'm disappointed in that. Slip out the block, do this, pull up. It don't matter. He should not have placed there. Now, who I'm really happy about, Arian freaking Knighton. Arian Knighton. This, wait a minute, let me get it right. I was about to say man, but I believe he's still a boy. Is he not 17 years old? Is he not 17 years old? Let me make sure of how old he is before I say what I'm about to say. Okay, he's 18. So this man right here, this young man right here, has so much potential in front of him. He's long, lanky, scrawny. Kind of reminded me of somebody else that came out of an island nation that we all know about. A Usain Bolt that was long, lanky, and scrawny, and people were ignoring him at a time, except for the Jamaicans, of course. Y'all saw him at the champs. Y'all saw him in that 400 when he was killing it. Y'all saw him do his 200. Y'all saw him at these longer events, and then he came down to 1 because he didn't really like the 400. But gosh dang, the talent in this kid, the talent in him, the talent here. This is one of those ones where it's like, I got to do the NBC coverage thing. Shout out to Jerome Blake. Congratulations for your win. Now for the focus on Arian Knighton. He didn't win, but I'm going to focus on him. 18 years old, and he barely lost. Barely lost. It was a freaking to the line thing. And he got Noah Lyles, which is a good scalp, even though he's a 200-meter specialist. He's got a Noah Lyles. He's barely behind Jerome Blake. He's doing a 10:39 into a negative 5.6 meter per second headwind. That's crazy. They said, only Jacob said, LOL, she was modeling from Mac Jacobs sunglasses, so I believe the rumors. The Frank Wise said, Arian really has potential to be the next Bolt. He could be the face of the 2028 Los Angeles Games. Yeah. The Frank Wise said, this guy has no confidence. Oh, he said, quote, this guy has no confidence in himself. Quote, you gonna make Aaron doubt himself even more, LMAO. Hey, look, I'm just speaking facts. I gotta say it. I can't be nice. Look, I'm around anybody that's around me. They gonna get mentally tough or they can't be around me. That's what the people know. The women, the men around me, I hold everybody to high account, high standards. I hold myself to high standards. When I'm out there training and like that, I'm like, dang, because I've been out so much and I've been focusing on my business. I'm like, oh my goodness, I should be able to warm up my miles at 620 for a warm up. 620, 624, and be still like, oh, okay, cool. I should be able to come out here and do a 545, 530 with no warm up and still be like, oh, okay, I felt that. Unlike where I am now, I could do 545 and probably feel that a lot more. Then I did a test to myself, 635, 640. I was like, oh, I'm not too far off. I hold myself to high standard even though I've been out years. And I only got myself in one season. This will be one full season that I've trained. Come next month, it will be one full season, one full year that I've trained consistently, and I injured myself twice. So that's how high my standard is. I hold it to it. People, Aaron Brown, I'm not even sorry. If you hear this, go to your sports psychologist and just tell him, and tell the sports psychologist, please tell him I'm meaning this well. Develop your self-confidence. I can't give you confidence. Nobody can do it but yourself. You are a very talented guy, and you really should be one of the people that's in contention to win the 1 and or the 200, especially the 200. You got the talent, man. You got the talent. You really do. You got the talent. You got to give that psychology. Okay, and Daryl Richardson, Knighton will be great. That's what you said. Yeah. As far as that, Mike Rogers, he about to run an unlimited amount of races this year. He likes to run a whole bunch of races. So Mike Rogers, let's see. Let me go on my Facebook and get this guy in a couple of days. But thank you guys for showing up today. Like I said, I played the music at the beginning. I really appreciate y'all coming out. Oh yeah, don't forget do not forget to join our Discord for the NFTs. Join that. It's going to help people here, right? It's going to help people as far as, you know, supporting the channel. We're going to have those fan races. Here's the Discord link. Guys, y'all come in here and do that. We doing a giveaway for it. Let me describe everything there now that we finish here. Everything that we're doing for this. If you get one of the NFTs, which they roughly go from, it's going to depend on the price of Solana, 130 to 160. You're going to get a discount. Instead of the NFT being $300 and you're holding that. I understand this is an ad. Some of y'all might not like it. I got to pay my bills too. So what's going to happen with that is you get a discount. Every single one of them become roughly about $100 to $120 instead of $300. So you get a discount. So if you buy more than one, which most people do, they usually buy 3, 4, 5 or whatever, then you get that discount. But for the people that hold this NFT here, because the real NFTs are coming out July 2nd or July 10th, one of those two. I got to check my own calendar for that. If you do hold the NFT, right, then what's going to happen, this early one that's coming out on Tuesday, up for 2 weeks, you're going to be entered into a raffle, either to get the tickets for the World Championships day 2 or day 3 evening, or if you turn it down, you get $1,000. It's a raffle, 10 people. So I'm giving out $20,000. It's going to be 10 people. Then I'm giving it out. I might increase it to 20. It just really depends. But that's only if we sell 2,700 of them. If we don't sell 2,700, I can't do the raffle because I have to make sure that all of this money goes to people that invested in this project before, behind the scenes, to help with advertising and everything. All right, guys. And then also, final thing here. In addition to that, if you buy 2 or more, you'll be entered into a second raffle on July 2nd or after that, when people buy the first 5,000 of 15,300. And trust me, if I get my NFT marketing correct during that time, these things be selling out like hotcakes. So you'll be entered into a second raffle, which would be $2,000 a person, and it's another 10 people. And then if you get 4 or more, you'll be entered into a raffle of $10,000 a person, and it's 4 of those that will go out. Let's say that only one person buys 4 of these NFTs. And when I say 4 of the NFTs, I mean the current ones, right? I mean the current NFT here. This will be last. It's only 30 more seconds. Thank you guys for sticking through to hear this out too, for the people that showing respect for that one. So there will be 4 NFTs or 4 tickets that go out. Let's say that it's only one person that does it. You will get 80% of that $40,000. The other 20% goes through all the wallet holders that's there. So if you buy the current NFT, then the second NFT that comes out, and here it is trackstars.io. Obviously, I'm signed in, so you can see the edit the page thing and everything like that. But yeah, it's launching Tuesday, April 2nd. All right, it's not going to be all of these NFTs. It's going to be something like this. It's only going to be one, and then it's going to be floating up and down every 10 seconds. And then that's going to be the NFT. It's going to be one. All of them are the same one. But if you hold this, either 1, 2, or 4, and the more you buy, the more rewards I will be giving in the coming years, then you will be getting more and more benefits. I want to make sure I take care of my people. Final thing, because this has to do with our ranking system on the channel. Okay, remember this? Obsidian. That has replaced what I said, Platinum Plus last year, and also Champion label. So I'm going to redo my Platinum label. That's going to be the new standard for all of track and field. So when somebody hears this is a Platinum label, a Bronze label, Silver label, Gold label, Obsidian label, Obsidian. It's only 500 NFTs, by the way, out of 15,300. So what does that mean for the real athletes? Well, it's not going to be that much. They're probably only going to be 2 to 3% of all athletes are probably ranked this. Once I crunch the numbers, we'll find out. Then Platinum label are going to be the legends. This is like a superstar. They supersede track and field. That's going to be your like Carl Lewis's. That's going to be your Usain Bolt's. Arguably Michael Johnson's. Those types, the Obsidian. Where a Platinum, that might be a FloJo. because she only did the one thing and everything like that. Then gold, silver, bronze. Bronze label or silver label might be... No, actually, I think gold is Brianna Williams or silver. I got to look on my chart. But with this, if you're holding that NFT that comes out on Tuesday and for 2 weeks, like I said, and the one that comes out on July 2nd, if you hold both of those, what's going to happen is you get a boost during this summer. I am giving away $29,000 this summer. If you hold one of these NFTs, and for example, in the 100, the long, triple, or high jump is going to be a coin flip on those, or a machine generated thing to pick one of those, or the discus or shot put, or pole vault, or the 10,000. Those are the NFTs. They represent them. If you're holding one of these 5 different colors, especially if you buy more than one, you're going to be entered into a raffle if they place. Here's an example. If Shelly Ann Fraser Price is an obsidian, no, number one, anybody that holds one of these 500, you're automatically entered into a $300, $500, or $1,000 raffle. And if your person wins or places first, second, or third, it boosts up to 5,000 or something like that. So, or 2,000. But if Shelly Ann Fraser Price is labeled obsidian, which I think she's only labeled platinum under my current, she's on the edge. She's one of the two. But let's say that she's obsidian. And she might not be obsidian because she's not a world record holder. And that could be the problem itself. But let's say that she is. If she wins first, that's $100 that you're entered into a raffle. If you got one of the Jamaican type of uniforms, let's say the color is yellow, and you got a yellow. It could be a yellow other uniform, and it's not Jamaica. You get another $75. If she wins and she is obsidian, you get $2,000. Are you guys following me? But let's say she's gold or she's platinum instead, and you're holding obsidian and you got everything else. Well, she wins. You're going to, instead of get the $2,000, you get the $1,000. Because no matter what, you're holding the yellow and that. Let's say that you're silver and you hold this uniform. Well, you don't get the boost of that extra 1,000 because you're not obsidian or platinum. This is actually platinum here. Let's say you're gold. You don't get that extra boost, but you get the $100 because she won that and everything like that. That's how these raffles are going to go. Hopefully you guys are following me. So I want you guys to get taken care of. If you support the channel and support these NFTs, I am going to support you guys. Plus the animated videos. They might look like these graphics or a little bit better, but yeah. So you've been watching Head and Shoulders ATR, where we cover athletes, performances, and otherwise that are head and shoulders above the rest. I really do appreciate every single one of you guys that are coming out. I apologize for not being able to cover the Jamaican Championships too much. I might actually just do an overall summary sometime this week, but don't hold me to it because really my NFT launch is on Tuesday. So I've been focused on that. I actually... I'm surprised I'm able to cover the event today. So head over to trackstars.io. There's the Discord link right there. Join us in Discord. I will see you all on the next meet, and I will be checking those athletes that you guys said. Peace out.